Hi, Mike here. Today I want to show you how to build a custom barn door. This barn door was built for less than $60. It's a completely custom unit. But today I want to show you how to build this very simple, very inexpensive, and I'd say pretty nice barn door. Let's do it. So if you're building a custom door, your measurements are obviously going to be a little bit different. My barn door, the plan is to be 4 feet wide. I know that I want my header to be at least at this height because I don't want to be able to see in there when this door is closed. Now I am going to case this out. And what I do is I know I need to leave a little bit of gap underneath the door, right? So instead of trying to do the math, I'm just going to throw a piece of wood down here, okay? And I'm just going to measure off a piece of wood. All right, so that gives me about 82 inches. So 82 inches, that's how tall the door's gonna be. My door's gonna be 4 feet wide by 82 inches high. Now I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna use to make this door. Okay, so I grabbed pre-primed pine wood, okay? I believe it's 5/8 thick. Yep, 5/8 thick. And then what I got for the 3 uprights is 3.5 inch primed wood. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I cut the headers, so 2 headers, one for the top, one for the bottom, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'll add the 2 headers together. So each one is 4.5. 4.5 and 4.5 is 9. 9 minus 82. You know the numbers. That's what I'm going to cut the 3.5s to. So I'll do that now, and then we'll come back. All right. So we got all the uprights cut, okay? And we got the header and footer, of course, already cut. So the footers are cut at 4 feet wide. And then the whole unit is 82 inches tall, okay? So now to attach these all together, we're actually gonna use our Craig jig, okay? We're gonna actually use pocket screws to hold this entire assembly together. Okay, so this will basically become its own assembly. And the Craig pocket screws will hold this thing square, and that'll be the main structure. We'll also glue each one of these joints as well to make it even stronger. Let the glue set overnight. Then we'll come the next day, sand every one of the corners, make sure everything is perfect, and then we'll move on to the next step. And this is what I was talking about. So you can see here on the header and footer, we're going to be drilling this way into the support. The middle one, we're going to be drilling this way, and again, we're going to be drilling that way. So I drilled all of the pocket holes on all 4 corners and in the middle. All right. Now it's a matter of just clamping everything together, each one, and running the screws in. Okay, this is just a normal pocket hole installation, nothing fancy here. Next step. So all the joints have dried, okay, and then I went ahead and I sanded every joint here just to make sure it was nice and smooth. Went to the store and I got my sheet of beadboard, okay. So then what I did was I laid that down. All right, so this is just so you guys can see what it's going to look like. So the beadboard's down on the ground and the frame is on top. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the entire unit and we're just gonna flip it over. So for this project, I bought 3/4 inch screws, 3/4 inch screws. So they go about 3/4 of the way through the beadboard and the 1x. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next step of attaching the beadboard to the frame. Okay, so here we are. So flipped it over. The outside is facing down, and this is where all the screw holes were, okay? So they will all be covered up by the beadboard, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay glue all down here, and then we're just going to lay the beadboard down on top of this, and then screw it together using those 3/4 inch screws. So now it's all screwed together. You can see all the screws. I did screws every 6 inches, and the reason why I did that is because my square is 6 inches and it's a good reference. Okay, so what I did was before I went, I decided where I was going to go. So on the sides, I went 2 inches in, and then if you see down, every screw is just going to meet at 2 inches, right? So that's one thing you want to do. Use that. And I also use this as my measurement between 2 screws. Now, you can see one here, and basically one here. Now, to get, you don't have to get exact. It's not like it has to be exactly 6 inches. Okay, so just use the tool you have as a reference, For the middle, I just use a 4-foot level, because this is 4 feet wide. And you can see the screws line up right where the center of the level is. Okay, that's what I did, every 6 inches, all the way around, so you can see how many screws there are. I'm not going to tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably like 20, probably like 50 screws in this thing, I'm thinking, all the way around. I did doubles on the corners. Okay, so this is pretty much together. Next step, hang it.